Hey guys. So before we really get going proper, there's going to be a bit of a thing to weigh in on about the course of the day. Um, Yay, bus arriving on time. I don't really have a good way to explain how I want to ask you what I want to ask you. I know, I'm not making much sense. I suppose I'd ask if you guys like these lore runs, but then you just all say yes, because that's not really like I'm not really asking the question properly, you know? For one of the first times recently, I have received negative feedback about lore runs in general that wasn't trolling or passive aggressive or insulting or generally derogatory. It was just, hey, this sucks, here's why. First time I've actually received that kind of genuine negative feedback about lore runs in particular. Got me thinking. So, see, the thing is, for me, the lore run um, is all about the interactions with you guys. I mean, of course, all lore runs go live on YouTube, because of course they do. It's the only way for people who missed the initial run to see them. But, as was pointed out, sifting through 20 plus hours of footage for a few gems of commentary is probably not the kind of thing that everyone wants to do. So, now, of course, that's one of the reasons the Ruminations exist. But even the Ruminations are me kind of meandering a bit because it's me being natural. I actually go out of my way to not chop those down, to not, summarize, so that you see me, the person here that's sitting in front of you, and not a character that I'm playing, and so that you can see all of my thoughts and viewpoints on a situation. I know how to chop that down. I've already thought about this. I've already worked on this. So, there are certainly ways that I could do that. But the only... I don't know. On the one hand, the idea of appealing to a wider market audience is the kind of thing I'm trying to avoid, as weird as that sounds. Because I understand the concept of the niche market. I understand the concept of focusing in on this is what I'm good at, this is what the people who support me want, and therefore this is what I'm doing. Makes sense? All that happens when you appeal to a wider audience is, 99% of the time, you dilute your content to the point where you don't have long-term viability. This is something that corporations in general have had a problem with for years and years and years. Thinking about, oh, well, we just need more money, more market, more people. And doing so makes it so that they are, like, most of the time people do that and they're actually losing customers long term because they'll gain more customers temporarily. The kind of people who are not actually interested in a long-term investment in your product or in your service, and you'll lose the people who were invested because you stopped catering to that audience. Does that make sense? I'm really bad at explaining marketing, so I hope I'm making at least some sense here. So I have put real serious thought into this for a long time. This is something that's been on my mind off and on for the better part of the last 2 years. Basically ever since the marathon, as Final Cloud actually points out. But, yeah. So, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, there is valid criticism about the lore run. There are valid reasons to look at the lore run format and say, well, this is flawed. Now, there is one thing I could do to improve the lore run format, and it's something I think I'm going to try to start doing in the future. I'm going to cheat more. Now, I know you're going to be weird, but the point is, cheating for these circumstances removes padding. The times where I would spend leveling, the times where I don't have anything to comment on, the times where I'm just chatting with you guys, I could pare that down by cheating and therefore having less empty space in between actual story commentary and whatnot. This has been something I've been leaning more and more towards ever since the Final Fantasy Marathon. I really should have just knuckled under and cheated back then, but I didn't want to. I prefer to play games without cheating, for the most part. But yeah, it's actually, removing more of the grind from the situation, exactly. And I was just thinking about that, because with Aqua, I actually you know, if I was to do this normally, I have to actually go and just spend about an hour or two mulching out the abounding crystals, mulching out, getting her abilities set up, and getting her to a level where she could take on the final boss. And I actually went and spent some time last night, or this morning, excuse me, this morning. Uh, I'm kind of out of it. I woke up pretty early today. I spent some time this morning looking into trying to get some cheats for this game, and I do have a few entries in the saves that I could go edit, but they're nothing that I actually want to edit. I mean, I could give myself level 99, so I guess I could do that and just completely get rid of the grind from this game. But I didn't want to just do that in a vacuum because, and I hate to keep saying this, but this is your show too. That's why I want feedback on this. And I don't, and let me make this clear. I don't want to be comforted. I don't want you to tell me, oh, it's okay, you're fine. Oh, it's okay, you know, you're totally good. No, I want genuine, honest, truthful feedback on this matter. Because I don't want to stop doing the lore runs. You know, I like the interaction with you guys. And yeah, I don't want the 5 to 35 minute video format. I don't want to do that, Django. But I do want to make this a little bit more fluid, you know? This came up so hard in the Tor run. You remember that, guys? I'm sure at least some of you there were when I was going through Tor. And it was just, there were huge chunks of, and I had nothing to say, and there was nothing to do, and the gameplay itself was dragging me down. And it was like 5 or 6 factors, which were just bringing it down to a slog. But anyway, so yeah, I guess overall I'm just looking for feedback, really. Feedback on the Lorerun format, feedback on this entire concept of how I'm doing this. So yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, no kidding, Samurai. That was padding the game. Really, it was. I think, well, I'll debate it. Let me just post something here. With regards to this specific playthrough, do you think I should cheat through Birth by Sleep, is the question. And in this case, I don't mind cheating because the optionals, which were donated for, I have another save for, which is not a cheating save, so I can still do those without cheating. This is Aqua. Now, we don't actually know anything about Aqua's backstory any more than we know anything about Terra or Ventus's backstory. I do find that to be interesting. In more than a few ways. This is actually a great time to talk about the Mark of Mastery. I've been waiting to talk about it. So, the Mark of Mastery... Okay. The Mark of Mastery is I liken it into the Jedi Knight / Jedi Master thing. In other words, what is the difference between a Jedi Knight and a Jedi Master? Now you can say, well, what's more stronger, more powerful, more wise, and all these are valid things, but there is no actual defined difference. In other words, the difference between a Jedi Master and a Jedi Knight is a matter of politics. It is whether or not you have been knighted, basically. You with me? It's pretty much the same thing with the Mark of Mastery. However, there are also 2 Marks of Mastery, in my opinion, which have different descriptors. There is the Mark of Mastery, which we're seeing, which is, I acknowledge you as a master and therefore give you the rights and privileges thereof. You know, for all intents and purposes, the Kingdom Hearts equivalent of landing someone, being landed. And then there's being a master of a Keyblade, which is, you know, basically being sufficiently skilled, sufficiently powerful, and sufficiently in tune with your Keyblade or Keyblades in general that you are very, very powerful, very, very good at it. Now, I want to pause here before we get to the next thing, because this is... I feel there's a strong distinction between the two, and if I can give you it, it's really easy to distinguish the two. This is Ericus's idea of a Mark of Mastery exam. Fight some ball of lights, then fight each other. That's it. By contrast, Mickey's Mark of Mastery is the entire game. I'm not kidding. Mickey leaves from Yen Sid's place pretty much at the beginning of this game, goes and does the events of all of Birth by Sleep, and when he returns, Yen Sid recognizes that as him completing his Mark of Mastery. Riku and Sora go through the entire game of Dream Drop Distance as their Mark of Mastery. Some people would argue that Aqua, one way or another, definitively earns her title of Keyblade Master because of the events of the entire game, blah, 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 blah. So I just say that to strike the difference. The difference between actually, earning the title and being gifted it for all intents and purposes. Now, don't mistake me. I think Aqua deserves the title of Keyblade Master. But the fact that this is Ericus's Mark of Mastery exam is hilarious to me and really showcases the lack of perspective he has, I think. The idea that he is so unaware of just how bad things are getting and are going to get, that he thinks that all you need to be a Keyblade Master is to be able to demonstrate, the refusal of darkness and the ability to fight. And that's kind of it, really. I mean, really?
But one must keep a still heart even in the most trying of circumstances. It was an excellent test, one I chose to let unfold. Which brings us to your next trial. Now, Terra and Aqua, the two of you will face each other in combat. Remember, there are no winners, only truths. For when equal powers clash, their nature is revealed. Begin!
Now, one other thing about that. How many people do you think actually qualify as a full-tilt Keyblade Master? In other words, not someone who has passed the Mark of Mastery, but someone who is very, very masterful of the Keyblade. Now, in my opinion, Xehanort is the most obvious answer to that question. He is clearly a Keyblade Master. Eric is debatable, but I'd say probably yes. Yen Sid probably qualifies as well. Mickey absolutely qualifies as a Keyblade Master. Past that, it gets a little more debatable. I will say that Riku, in my opinion, by the end of Dream Drop Distance, and not before, does qualify as a Keyblade Master. Sora? I don't think he's a Keyblade Master. So much of his ability, so much of his combat prowess comes from the abilities of others, that connections of hearts that he has, that I've talked about so many times. And let's not forget the fact that he doesn't show any mastery of the Keyblade. Only he kind of bumbles his way through things. At no point in time is he really demonstrating what I would consider the Mark of Mastery, if you forgive me for putting it into such a term. Roxas qualifies, I think, but then again, Roxas has been through a lot. And yeah, I do think Terra does too. I genuinely think Terra qualifies as a master of the Keyblade, especially by the end of the game. If Terra had actually had someone nurture and take care of him like Riku had Mickey, instead of having Terra with Ericus, I guarantee you that Terra would have fully fleshed himself out to be an incredible master of the Keyblade. Instead, he was being constantly manipulated by Xehanort on the one side and unintentionally manipulated by Ericus on the other. By which I mean Ericus was not deliberately manipulating him. So, yeah. Yeah, I like what Samurai says there. I don't think Sora qualifies as a master because he shows proficiency, but as Koida points out, no skill. And that's going to continue to be true in the future. I'm actually genuinely hopeful that Sora will finally show, again, no pun intended, the Mark of Mastery in Kingdom Hearts 3, that he will demonstrate that elevation to that level of skill and power, and again, mastery over the Keyblade. But anyways.
Reached a decision. Terra, Aqua, you both performed commendably. However, only Aqua has shown the Mark of Mastery. Terra, you failed to keep the darkness within you sufficiently in check. But there is always next time. That is all. Aqua, as our newest Keyblade Master,
I think we all
you are
do,
entitled to certain knowledge.
So this cutscene is like completely the same, so we're just going to zip through this. What's the poll at? Because I'm going to check really quick, please.
And insomuch as you are now Keyblade Master, You must always be conscious of.
Of the bells are calling. Sorry.
What is that?
It's a bell, Ericus.
What happened?
I don't know. Why
9?
isn't Ven here?
I'm not going to decide based on 9
Very
votes.
well, then. I will send my pupils to investigate. Yes, I understand. Farewell.
One other thing that I received as a genuine negative feedback was my lack of presentation values. Now, it is worth noting that that was put specifically on the Chrono Trigger in-depth review when I was working on my laptop. So, you know, that's valid. But this is another question I have of you guys. Lord knows I actually go out of my way to not have too much post-processing on my videos because of the colossal amount of time that adds to everything. Ericus was talking to Yen Sid. But that's a valid concern as well. So I'm certainly curious what you guys think on the matter.
That was my dear old friend Yen Sid. As you know, he is master no more, but he still keeps a close eye on the tides of light and darkness. His counsel serves as signposts on the road we wielders of the Keyblade must walk. All the more reason then for concern, for he tells me the princesses of heart are in danger. Not only from the forces of darkness, as you may assume, but also from a new threat, one that feeds on negativity. Fledgling emotions that have taken monster form. Yen Sid calls them the Unversed.
Hey, Green. Where you been, man?
As wielders of the Keyblade, you are tasked with striking down any who would upset the balance of light and darkness. The Unversed are no exception. I tried to pass this news on to Master Xehanort, but my repeated attempts to reach him have failed. I doubt there is any connection, and yet this all troubles me.
Master Xehanort is gone?
Good fortune, Green. The idea behind the post-processing is basically flashy touching up effects, you know. The kind of things that most people associate with professionalism or whatever. For example, the idea of having, you know, or having more styling to it, or I don't actually know fully. That more affects the recorded stuff, I think, than the live stream, I think. But then again, maybe that's just me. Like, for example, I actually kind of like this setup. You know, me, background, buttons, different background game. But I could do more than this. But most of the time, when I look into doing more, it's the real estate problem I've talked about many, many times before when it comes to layout. You know, it's all about how much I can do with what I have. And since, for me, keeping the chat on the screen is mandatory, that takes up a very big chunk of terrain, if you understand. And so that terrain over there is sold. It's done. It's completely offset, which leaves me even less room to actually do anything with. And so, yeah, yeah, that's where that comes out. Thanks, Probe. I mean that sincerely. Like I said, I want honest feedback. It's funny you say that, though, because the whole reasons I do the intros that I do on the Ruminations, the modern ones, is because I wanted a minimalist intro. Just really quick. It's 21 seconds of, all right, here's a video that indicates the level of quality. Here's the name of it. And then we go straight to that. I don't know what else I could do to Ruminations to really add to the background. I already have all of the work I've put into the background, you know, the moving background stuff. And of course, it's just me talking on a webcam. Other than adding footage from the game, which, as we already established, is not happening, thanks to Copywrong, I don't know what else I could do with that. If you have any ideas, I'm listening.
So here we are. I need you two to get this situation under control. eliminate the unversed, and find Master Xehanort. I have unlocked the lanes between. You may use these forbidden pathways to travel between this world and countless others.
Oh, like I said, the chat is non-negotiable.
The darkness looms
That was
closer than
firmly
usual
put into my
within
mind the last few
spaces,
months.
but your armor will protect you. Lastly, remember that order must be kept. You cannot tell anyone there are other worlds. Now
Hey,
go.
Nightbot remembered my no men
Fulfill your
warning.
duty.
Yes, Master.
Terra, consider this an opportunity. A second chance for you to change my mind.
What?
You must know, I care for you like my own son.
That's why
If
I
I
want
could
you to
have
be
my
just
way,
like me.
I would name you Master in a second. But how can I, when you are so obsessed with power? Terra, you mustn't be afraid of losing. Fear leads to obsession with power, and obsession beckons the darkness. You must never forget.
Yeah, no
you,
kidding,
Master.
Probe.
I
And
swear,
that is true, Django.
I will not fail you again.
Lord knows I am practically an audio presenter anyways. Except for the Fallout videos.
Master, I best be on my way.
What's funny is I'm
Wait,
actually...
Aqua.
I've actually effectively reduced the amount of editing and you know, professionalism or whatever in my Voyager and my Babylon 5 videos, thanks to CBS. So, hashtag screw CBS. I'm still very hesitant to do that, Sigma. I don't know if you understand how bad it's been getting lately. One of the only ways... It's part of the reason why my ruminations are one of the only things I do that's actually safe, that I have no fear of getting marks or check or anything like that on my account. Because there's nothing in it at all from the game. So... no pictures, no music, no video.
Before you depart, I have one other, well, call it a request of the utmost priority.
Yes?
I told Terra this could be a second chance to show the mark of mastery, and I meant it. However, that flicker of darkness he displayed during the examination, I can sense it runs very deep. If those powers were to prove too much for him to handle, I want you to bring him back to me at once. It's for his own good. I could not bear to lose any of you to the darkness.
Of course. I would never let that happen. I promise you I will bring Terra back. Only this time, you'll see he has what it takes to be a master.
Well, I hope so, Aqua. Although, as I already mentioned, I think Terra
He's not as
does
weak as
have
you think.
what it takes to be a master. So, one of the reasons I like Aqua... Aqua. Thank you, Sledged. One of the things I like about Aqua is she is one of the people who is most willing to question, just in general. You know, not just doctrine, but she is willing to think her way through situations. And this will be demonstrated throughout the course of the game. No comment given. Well, again, thank you, Sledged. I do have an RSS feed through which I push out MP3s, Golvig. It's something I've actually fallen behind on as I've been trying to catch up on everything else and getting everything else lined up. But that's about as far as I go as pure audio. And since I have no way of even tracking that or even know if anybody's actually using it, it's hard to judge if anyone cares. As weird as that sounds. Probably green. We're not sure, but probably. Oh god, yeah, that would be crazy, Samurai. Probably Final Cloud, probably. Hey, Fat Squeak. That's something... That is something I need to do with my Babylon 5 videos.
Wait, Ben!
Well, you're welcome, Sledge.
No, he mustn't.
Ventus.
You have to bring him back.
Don't worry, Master.
No. Why? No. Questioning of it? Just... God, that would be insanely time-consuming for it. You realize I'd have to literally sit down and rewatch the entire 8-hour video. And just take notes as I'm doing it in order to do that. In fact, I'm actually not sure I would have time to do that. Which sucks. That's a good question. Not that I can think of, Dakota. Yay, D-Links. I find it interesting that all three of the original, the worlds they go to are dictated for you. Aqua has to go to Cinderella first. Terra has to go to Sleeping Beauty's land first. And Ventus has to go to Snow White first. I bet, Green. It's also interesting given the way these line up timeline-wise. For example, this is going to happen while Terra is here, but also we're going to come here after Terra is here, when Ven is here. But remember, Terra is also here while Ventus is here, and it's a little weird the way the timeline lines up. But shrug. By the way, I'm not saying no, Pro. That is actually a really good idea. It's just, I'm not sure that's within my feasibility range right now. I'm already having terrible time problems. Also, the music is about to begin.
Mademoiselle! Senorita! Wait!
Aqua!
Terra!
God damn it.
Terra, Ven ran away from home.
What?
I think he left to go find you. Do you have any idea why?
No. Actually, just before I left, he tried to tell me something. I should have listened to what he had to say.
There's no muting in the options. I mean, I can mute the entire audio.
So, did you manage to locate Master Xehanort?
No, but it seems he's looking for pure hearts filled with light.
Pure hearts, filled with light.
All I can tell you is that his search hasn't taken him here.
Alright.
Which is funny.
I'll stay and see if I
Since,
can
you know,
find more clues.
Cinderella's here.
Okay. The prince is in the ballroom ahead. He might have some answers.
Thanks.
Aqua! You still have the same dream?
Well, yes.
There's this girl here. Her name is Cinderella. She made me realize how powerful it is just to believe. No matter how impossible things seem, a powerful enough dream will always be enough to light the darkness. If you see her, give her my thanks.
Will do.
So I'm just going to add 100 to the no music counter
He'll be
because of this
alright.
place.
You won't give in to it.
What do you guys think? I'm kidding. That might work, Sigma. I'll have to change how I do a couple of things, but I could make that work. One of the other things I'm doing to try and help with the Lorerun process, and I've been doing this with the Kingdom Hearts run, it's actually a brand new idea for me. Oh god, the music. One of the things I've been trying to do is basically, even though I'm streaming all the time, I'm not recording all the time. I've actually been stopping and starting the recording several times to chop out dead bits of gameplay. Make sense? So that's just a thing I've been doing to try and make it better. And hopefully that'll help for our viewers on YouTube. I think one of the other things I like about Aqua is, and I know this is kind of rehashing a point I already made, but she thinks. What I mean by this is, most other characters, when they're told something, they just accept it as writ. You know, this is this, therefore that. Sora's already is a good example of this, for example. Aqua is told this and she believes it, but then the moment anything calls it into question, she's like, well, So there's Maleficent, the third. Seriously.
Who are those ladies?
Oh, if I recall correctly, that is Lady Tremaine, and those are her daughters.
There was something very wrong about them.
You came back.
Huh?
Oh.
Oh, never
My
mind.
apologies.
You're
I
the
was
wrong
mistaken.
height, wrong build, wrong clothing,
Your Highness,
and wrong
I
hair
found
color.
this on the palace stairs.
How could you possibly mistake her for Cinderella?
One dropped by a lovely young lady, and I'll search far and wide to find the maiden to whom this belongs.
You will.
Of course, Your Highness. After all, you finally found someone whom you wish to marry. Upon hearing that happy news, your father, the king, has decreed that a quest shall begin immediately throughout the kingdom. And I will start with the closest residence, that of Lady Tremaine.
Okay.
Lady Tremaine.
Apparently Zagaya.
I'd better pay her a visit.
Yeah, Thanatos, I'm assuming he just saw, oh my god, it is a female! Clearly the only possible female it could be is, there is no other female in my eyes. And good on him for being loyal. Yeah. I also love the fact that later on, and forgive me for spoiling this a little bit, but they're going to be like, oh wait, we should totally, well, the idea that Aqua should try on the slipper is hilarious to me, because she's got these big old boots on. Yeah, you'd think she should have been like, by the way, Lady Tremaine's evil, so... But then again, I get it. World order, yada yada yada. God, no wonder they're having issues, Samurai. Wait, no, I killed them! Now we're back to the music. Oh, thank God. Let's just move on to this. We don't need to actually fight any of this stuff. So, you know, you guys were all like, oh my god, you had 3,000. And a lot of you were excited about that, and with good reason. In addition to being just kind of cool, one of the donation incentives for the 3,000 was to put more of that money back into the show. Now, as I've already pointed out, I've actually been putting money back into the show a lot more this year than I have, like, ever before. Lots of expenditures being spent purely on things for the show and for no other reason. Most of that is basic stuff, purchasing the content that I actually showcase, ensuring that I have the website up, maintaining a few other things. Simple stuff. But one of the things that I was thinking about doing is actually trying to get a dedicated editor. Someone who could actually be a professional editor and therefore do a lot of the editing side of things for me, which would be a huge time saver for me, because it takes... Anybody who's worked with videos knows how ridiculously time-consuming editing is. Oops, why am I fighting? And of course, it would probably look better if someone who is actually a trained editor, as opposed to someone like me who has just been editing, for this show and casually since, like, 98, I guess, was doing it. It's a weird thought. I actually have been doing editing, because I used to do that a lot in TV productions back in the late 90s. Anyways, point being, it's something I've been thinking about doing. Getting an actual studio is something I've been thinking about doing, too. Although, that requires a few other things to be in place before I could do that. So, remember how I mentioned I like Aqua, right?
You honor our humble home, my lord.
Quite so.
How did he get here before
May I
we did?
present my daughters, Brizella and Anastasia.
As I feared, there's darkness here.
So, okay. She's been trained by Ericus. Ericus says you must seek out and destroy darkness. Therefore, she summons her Keyblade and is literally going to walk in there to defeat the darkness in Lady Tremaine. That's exactly what's about to happen. However...
Wait! It's dangerous to fight the darkness with light, my dear.
Who are you?
Cinderella's fairy godmother. I appear to those who believe that dreams come true.
Then I'm honored. But why would you advise me not to fight darkness with light?
Strong rays of sun create dark shadows. Sadly, Lady Tremaine and both her daughters are jealous of Cinderella's charm and beauty, qualities that appear to you as light. Jealousy is darkness. Light and dark go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other.
Then, what should I do?
It's quite simple, dear. One of Cinderella's friends is trying very hard to keep her light from fading.
His name is
I want
Ventus.
you to join little Jacques and help him.
I can do that.
Seriously,
You'll need a
it's
bit of
Ventus.
my magic to help, Jacques. Come back and see me when you're ready.
So again, that willing to listen thing. I also kind of like Aqua, and I'm admittedly biased to this, because she really feels like the most in-between of any of the protagonists. Well, okay, other than Roxas and Shion. The song! Rick, next cutscene. You're terrible, RJ. No! Also, one of the things you'll notice is that, as I mentioned before, Terra interacts with that sort of adult naivete. Ventus interacts with the worlds with the childlike naivete. Aqua interacts with the worlds like an adult. And pretty much every one of her interactions with the Disney worlds is from the perspective of someone who has that kind of perspective on it.
Are you okay?
Flinderelli, step muddy like her in a run. Gotta let her out. Gotta save Flinderelli.
Wow, Jacques. Really quick, another thing I like here is that Aqua is consistently respectful and polite to basically everyone she encounters. We'll be seeing this quite a bit more in the future as well.
Let me help you.
Ah, Zug-Zug.
Zug-Zug!
That's how like Ben fans. Do you ever meet a Ben?
I'm Aqua. But tell me how you know about Ven.
Us a friend. Good friend. Ben Van help a Jack fix a Flinderelli to rest.
And where is he now?
Look up a friend. Other friend.
I see. Ven, you must have just missed Terra.
Can't
understand why. It always fit perfectly before.
Let me just chop my toes off.
The next young lady, please.
Oh no, hear that? Got a flurry. Cinderella gotta try that flipper.
We got a flurry, guys.
Come on, flurry.
The unversed.
No. I said got a flurry.
It's all right. Leave this to me. Jack, don't lose that key.
I do too, Dakota. Damn these corns. Well, given the times that they live in. I could totally go for a McFlurry right about now.
Gotcha!
Well, those were dicks.
Come on! Take that! Thunder! Come on!
I don't know, Errol. I'll admit that's probably the closest thing to a plot hole here.
Come on!
I mean, seriously?
Take that!
You have a Keyblade. You know they can work like that. Sora knows they can work like that. For God's sake. You're being out-intellected by Sora, Aqua. Come on. Well, they are magic bubbles, Dakota. So. Yeah, this is a little bit weird. I mean, for God's sakes, Aqua is demonstrably intelligent. Come on. Come on! Yes, Thanatos. Even if that lock isn't literal. Like, obviously it can open a door, but it could also open things that don't just have, like, a chain on them, you know what I mean? Zug Zug Jacques. Joanax.
You're the only ladies here?
There's no one else, Your Grace.
This is really funny, I think.
Come on. Hurry, Jack.
If only there was something I could do. Ah, well. I like this. Oh, hi.
Oh, would it be all right if I tried on the glass slipper?
Now, I like that for two reasons. One's the obvious comedic factor. But the other is, this is again her thinking on her feet. No pun intended. She's like, oh, I need to buy for time. I'm female. And her or his orders were to so yeah, should I try that on?
I met you at the palace. Unfortunately, you are not the young lady the prince is looking for.
But I am a girl. I should at least be given a chance to try it on.
Who are you? And what are you doing in my house?
Now, the whole Maleficent voice actress playing all these other two things, I think is most obvious here with Tremaine, because, you know, she really is literally just doing Maleficent's voice for Tremaine, and it's so apparent.
She's probably here to rob us.
Mother, do something!
That girl does not live here. I have only 2 daughters. I believe we're finished here, Your Grace.
Regardless, she means no harm.
I like how he walks, by
Here
the
you
way.
are, my
It's got to be
girl.
so uncomfortable.
Jack, hurry.
Your Grace, please wait. May I try it on?
So again, just buying for time until Cinderella gets down here.
Pay no attention to her. She's just an imaginative child.
Madam, my orders were every maiden.
You should let her go first.
Thank you.
you. For teaching Terra he needs to keep believing.
Oh?
Huh? You know, I'm sorry, I just realized another thing I like about Aqua. She's competent. I mean, she's not, like, super amazing, but she has base-level competence. It's one of the things I like about Roxas, too. That's just such a weird thing that I have to call that out as an unusual trait amongst a protagonist in this series.
What will I do?
Please, don't worry. You see, I have the other slipper.
You could have mentioned that earlier, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, it fits perfectly. Also, glass slippers, that has got to be the most uncomfortable thing around. Just, seriously.
A perfect fit. I must inform the prince immediately. You will come with me, of course.
I'd be happy to.
It's not fair! She's a scullery maid!
Mother! Are you just going to let them leave?
No. Cinderella will be put in her place.
So, yesterday, someone asked how many characters stay dead in this series. We're about to see someone stay dead in this series.
What happened? Where is Cinderella?
She was attacked by a creature, a monster in the forest.
A monster?
Yeah, you know. Generic term for anything that's bestial and horrible. Get a quick save in. I have heard rumors that I've never actually been able to verify that this was actually probably, or that this was supposed to be worse, more. I hesitate to say graphic, but more violent. I think is a good word for it. You know, burning flames. Yeah. Hey, Neclia. Hi, Myron. So, you know how Disney villains tend to control Heartless? Well, unless you're Vanitas, you can't actually control an Unburst.
This is what happens when you go against my wishes.
And they're dead.
The darkness in their hearts overtook them.
I'm not kidding.
Go.
They're dead. They just died. They stay dead. I don't remember Probe. We'll have to look. Actually, we won't see it in this playthrough, so never mind. Damn it. Ah, fine. Die, damn it. Why won't you just let me kill you? I don't have a heal. Which is funny, because I'm Aqua. You'd think she would start with a heal. Oh crap, I may die. Yes, I do, Nectar. And if you go to my my YouTube channel, you'll see about an hour discussion on the matter. Overall net positive, if you want the super summary. Oh my god, I just had a terrible idea that I will never do. It just occurred to me.
Freeze!
So, oh wow. If I was Jim Sterling, I would do this in a heartbeat. But it would be kind of trolling. So, okay, you know how over and over and over people have been like, oh my god, you need to make shorter videos, you need to have 5-minute sound bites and all that garbage. You know, the thing we were just talking about. One of the things I could do is, instead of actually, trying to actually do that, release like a 30-second video instead of a rumination. So what do you think about this game? It's good.
Gotcha. Freeze.
That's also not the first time I've died to this boss, by the way. As I mentioned earlier, pretty much all of the early bosses are harder than they really have any right to be, because you just have nothing to deal with them with. Yeah, kind of like the Doom video. It's Doom! Yeah, we're not going to mess around this time.
Come on. Freeze. No.
Yeah, whatever my most requested rumination is. It was a good game. And that's it. I might do that. I actually have... You'd be surprised how many ideas I get for April Fool's videos over the year. I worry, Samurai. It's a very gray line between stubborn obstinance, insisting I do what I do, the way I do it, and actually genuinely trying to appeal to a given market, you know? And I worry about that a lot. I call Aqua the Omni to Koida. She has good magic, good reach, good power, good mobility. She literally is an across the board. She's good at everything.
A pure heart filled with light? It's strange. The Master taught me darkness needs to be destroyed. But how? If not with light?
Oh, my dear, you're too young to know. Experience more things, and you'll find the answer. Just trust in your dreams.
That's true. She does have less health. So that is true. I forgot about that. She's also got the ability to be more mobile with her playstyle. You can play her more or less however you want to. If you want to be a full-on mobile fast attacker, if you want to be caster heavy, if you want to be melee heavy, you know, whatever. There's plenty of options. One playthrough, I pretty much did the entire game with just fire wheel, or fire dash, or fire dodge, or whatever the hell it's called. But you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, she can do that. That's feasible for her. It was actually it was one of those silly fun things. Fun at first, and then it got old pretty quickly, and then I went back to a normal build. I guess that's true, Samurai. Lord knows I'm not alone here. I could do that, Prog. Binding of Isaac. Yep. Hang on, I haven't done anything with my abilities yet. Let's go pull that out. Yes, yes. Thank God I'm not PewDiePie. Barrier Surge is pretty damn nice, too. Especially given how early you get it. Ugh. Yeah, kinda, Django. It can work. Oh, actually, I don't know if the militia-only thing works, but in this game, what I just described can work. We'll go and level that, too. Why not? Yeah, there's a reason I usually do the optional fights as Aqua, by the way. Not just because of preference, but in terms of lore, but preference in terms of gameplay. She is easily my favorite to play as. Honestly, Progue, okay, fair enough. I would probably be willing to swallow my pride and my dignity and be PewDiePie for 10 million a year, because there's just too much I could do with that kind of money. There are too many people I could help out. I mean, hell, Jaina's college is now paid for. Bam, done, you know? Just to name one example of that. Just getting all these tutorial things out of the way here really quick. And getting rid of the news, admittedly. Whoops, I did not mean to hit that one. Funnily enough, my dad has also asked me about PewDiePie, and basically the question went, the conversation went something along these lines. Why aren't you this successful, son? I'm exaggerating slightly, but that's kind of how it went. Possibly Takoida, although magic was overpowered in 358, like really overpowered. So yeah, this is after Ventus and Terra were here. I love how she's like backing up like, no, it's just an apple. Oh, okay. Well, if it's just an apple, really? Aha! Progue, I am on great terms with my dad. Thank you, Neclia. Appreciate it. You know...
What has happened here?
Poor Snow White.
Oh no, she's totally dead, guys. This song is misplaced here. I'm sorry. This is a great song, but I mean, it's Snow White.
Pretty songs. And made us smile. At bedtime, she told wonderful stories. About falling in love with the prince she'd met.
You're fine, bro.
And when we went to work, she gave us all a kiss.
She was so full of kindness. Why, she made better folk of all of us.
Which is good, because we were total dicks to that Ventus
She must
guy.
have been very loved. But how did this happen to her?
A wicked queen was horribly jealous of our dear Snow White's beauty. So she used her evil magic to change into an old hag.
How do you know
then
all
she
this?
gave Snow White a poisoned apple.
And by the time we got here, well, it was just too late. We found the princess as still as can be. Nothing we could do would wake her.
Isn't there some way we can help her?
Well, not unless somebody craves the vassal. I'll braves the castle.
No, you fools can stay here doing nothing. But I'm not afeard of going, not even to that witch's lair.
You'll never make it. The castle's supposed to be guarded by magic and crawling with monsters.
I don't know, Terra didn't see
All
anyone
right.
he was there.
Then I'll go.
He just walked right in.
You will?
I will. Leave it to me.
Well, all right, my dear. We'd be much obliged.
That's fair, OJ. I'll take that into consideration in the future. One thing I've considered, OJ, is doing something I did back in Warcraft 3. If you remember, before we even started the first mission, I just sat down and was like, okay, here's some of the backstory. And I talked for like an hour. But that is a valid concern, and I'll consider that. So about what Errol said, I am a little surprised, too, that they bothered to model all 7 dwarves. But what's interesting about that is, of all the worlds for them to do this, this makes the most sense. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why? It doesn't have anything to do with anything. Well, Snow White was the first Disney film. So... Ah! God damn it, Samurai! You are horrible, sir. Yeah, more than an hour in some cases. In some cases, it's hard to break down the premise. I was actually recently asked, what is the premise of Primus? I don't know, it's a weird sentence, but bear with me. My reaction was, because I didn't know how to summarize it. I didn't know how to put it into a single sentence, or even a single paragraph. It's like, okay, so this is place, and it's doing stuff. And there's some things. So I take it you're seeing it today, Progue, if I'm understanding you correctly. If you are, / jealousy. Now, one thing, I tend to use Aqua's command styles and abilities far more than on the other two characters. Partially because it adds much more flexibility to her, partially because I feel that hers are just better than the other two. On both Ventus and Terra, you can pretty much get away with white damaging most of the game, as you saw me just do over the last couple of days. On Aqua? Nah. She's got it going on. Well, remember, no men, Probe. But I hope you enjoy it. Regardless of whether it's good or not. Hope you enjoy it. Well, that makes sense, bro. I'd rather watch it with friends, too. Which, obviously, I will be. We're going to barbecue right before we go, too. It'll be awesome. We'll be like, nom nom, tasty barbecue, nom nom nom. And then, you know, Star Wars. We're eating roast Ewok ribs, which I hear are quite good. I was actually considering doing that, Samurai. I already plan to do some either offline or off-recording grind work for Aqua. Probably off recording. So those of you on YouTube, don't worry, you will not see me mindlessly grind this time. What do you guys think? Should I go ahead and get the fire cartwheel while I'm at it? So here's how fire cartwheel works. You do this. Here, I'll show it. Watch this. This, like this, right? But you'll be doing fire damage the whole time. And you will actually do decent fire damage in doing so. Now, there's a catch to that. It triggers as fire damage, so it'll basically force you into fire command styles, even if all you're doing is dodging. And also, you have far less... Oh, actually, I don't know how much it is, but I know you have less invincibility frames. So it's actually worse at dodging than normal. But you do damage while dodging. So what do you think? Evasion or kill with evasion? Exactly, bro. Myron, it's funny you say that. So, I don't really watch adverts all that often. Oh, I am not using that for the unknown. Holy crap. We were, so, on a certain setup of watching YouTube, we don't have ad blocker, right?
Is something wrong?
This castle. It's different somehow.
And my hat is
and
weird.
I can't find the princess or hear her beautiful voice. Was it all a dream?
Wait.
Yes.
You mean you know Snow White?
Oh, yes. We met once.
Once.
It was a song that drew us together. Has something happened to the princess?
Yes, I'm afraid so. The Wicked Queen tricked her into eating a poisoned apple.
I must go to her. Where is she?
In the woods, guarded by 7 kind dwarfs.
I will find her. Perhaps there's a way I can help.
Anyways, I'm not even going to make fun of that. So we were watching YouTube, and I kid you not, 100% of the ads that came up were Star Wars related. Not for Star Wars. There was an ad for insurance that was like, if you don't get this insurance, the Empire will come after you. And it had this whole shtick. Hey, Plates. Hey, Darsh. They had this one advert where that was like, it was Time Warner, I want to say, or Comcast or something like that. One of the terrible ones. And it's like, hey, you want to switch to our network because our network fees will ensure that R2-D2 will download the plans to the Death Star just in time. And it's this whole thing with R2 and Chewbacca, and it's insane that they were doing like Star Wars themed, full tilt, actually having the actors and whatnot their Star Wars themed ads for like mundane crap. Just I'm just... Really, guys? I get that Star Wars is coming out, but what you're doing is not hype. What you guys are doing is exploitation. I'm not... No, I'm not... Guys, no, of course I'm not spoiling Star Wars. Why would I spoil Star Wars? I'm the one who instituted the no Star Wars spoiler rule. And I adhere to it. I don't know, Prog. I really don't. I don't know how bad this is elsewhere, but yeah, that's how bad it is here in the States right now. Some of my friends and I were actually just speculating. Do they know what the term, coattails means? Anyways. Absolutely, Plates. I've been watching chat like a hawk. Especially after what happened when Fallout 4 came out. Put this here. There we go. Basically, I'm like I said, I'm just watching chat, and you guys know I read very quickly. So if I see anything, it's just gone instantly. Because, yeah, we had several people show up during the Fallout 4 run who were just like, hey, and by the way, here's the big spoiler, in like one quick sentence, and then we had like a string of bots doing that. It was just lame, I think is the word I'm looking for.
Come on, freeze!
Oh, that's terrible. That's right. That is absolutely terrible. People are lame. I mean, really, what's the benefit to that? I get to ruin someone's fun, isn't that great? Yeah, exactly, Zagea. To use a good example, I'm going to spoil a movie in 4 words. It was his sled. There's a reason that's the only spoiler I ever use now. I don't joke about the FF7 one or the Star Wars one, because it's 2015. There are people who were not born in time to go see that stuff. In fact, this is actually a good time to talk about that, while we're just pushing our way through this section. I've heard both sides of this argument. I'm just going to give both of these points here, just really quick for your discussion. Point number 1. It's a 15-year-old game or a 20-year-old movie or whatever. Why should we still have to keep spoilers about that? That's ridiculous. Perspective number 2. I wasn't born 30 years ago, so I've never actually gotten around to seeing it, and I would kind of like to enjoy it properly, rather than walking in knowing that everything's happening. What do you guys think? No, Shmoo, I have not done any Witcher lore runs, no. I mean, I did stream Witcher 3 briefly. I'm going the wrong way. Now, now you're probably thinking which side of that debate I'm on, and as usual, I'm pretty much in the middle. I mean, I don't think you should try to avoid all the spoilers all the time, but I do think that just casually tossing out, you know, the spoilers that aren't the one I usually use is kind of an unkind thing to do. Because if there's no warning for a spoiler, someone who is actively interested in doing that in the future will be spoiled. In fact, if I could use a direct example, my best friend, Gary, played FF7 for the first time this year. Think about that. He's my age. He's actually older than I am. But he only got around to it this year. You know? So it's not like... So, again... I don't feel like we need to have an absolute lockdown on everything. But I do think that just casually tossing out spoilers is something that also should be avoided. And if someone specifically says, please don't spoil such and such, then we should go ahead and honor that. That's my take on it. Like I said, it's kind of a middle of ground thing, as usual. And yeah, he was actually not spoiled, Nerozes. He walked into that blind. Now, most of that was because of lack of interest in reading up on it. It's not like because he never actually bothered to go research FF7 before he played it. In fairness, the Eris thing in FF7 really is not the spoiler of FF7. Neither is the Cloud thing. It's the second thing that's the big spoiler. Which I'm not even saying here because of exactly what I just said. Actually, he didn't, Nerozes. But I don't want to get into that. Or maybe it was last year that Gary played it. It was recently. I know it was pretty recently. Okay, look, dude, go kiss her. Dude, go... Here, look, she's right here. Nope, wrong way, wrong way. I don't even have a story section for this. What am I supposed to do? Was I supposed to go back into the castle some more? Looks like I need to go back to the castle. Okay. Well then. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Now, of course, personally, I do think deliberate, malicious spoilers are terrible, which goes back to what I was talking about with the Fallout 4 thing. People who just are randomly whispering and sentencing spoilers all over the place on streams about Fallout 4 when Fallout 4 comes out are dicks, and they deserve to be, you know, smacked in the face a few times. Because, I mean, seriously, I know the other. At that point, you're literally doing nothing but trying to cause negative impact on others for no reason. You're just being a dick about it. But yeah. So remember when I got lost in here last time? What those fun times? Memories. Of course, I tend to be very anti-spoilers, because spoilers have, and this is why it's called this, spoiled the experience of several games for me. KOTOR 1 and Kingdom Hearts 1 are usually the ones I point to immediately, because they're the ones that really just ruined the experience for me completely. It's like, oh, okay, well then. See, I agree. That's too far the other direction, OJ.
Something's not right.
It's almost like there's a magic mirror here, which I have to fight in a second. At level 4. Oh god, if they try to do that kind of crap, bro, they might actually be mobbed, depending on the area. Good luck, Sigma. I will also say that a distinction needs to be given between spoilers and mentioning. It's one of the reasons I have the no men rule. I don't want it to be mentioned. For example, I'm gonna use a fictional example, so I don't actually, do this for anyone. Let's say I was to say that there's this. Oh, there he is. There's this awesome section of, Final Fantasy VI, and oh my god, this section is so awesome. You guys have no idea. Like every time I see this section, it's so cool. I can't wait till you get to it. It's gonna be amazing. So, having done that, I have now tainted the other person's experience of that game. Because they're like, oh, well, now they know there's this awesome section going up, and they're really looking forward to this awesome section, so, yeah, let's just wait for it, and hope we get to it, and it'll be great. And it will change how you view it. It literally is the, it causes an effect on how you perceive the game once you get to it, especially if you're waiting for that kind of thing. Furthermore, simply saying, there are spoilers, is also a thing that kind of ruins it in more ways than one. For example, if you went into... Whoa, that hurt like hell! Oh my god! Wow, I reach up to scratch my eye and I die. Holy crap. Anyways. But, like, for example, if I kind of lost my train of thought there. If I say Star Trek Into Darkness has spoilers, you're going to go in thinking about it. You're going to go in, oh god, well now I need to be paying attention and whatnot. It depends on the individual liberated, but that's kind of my point. If someone does not want things mentioned at all, then that kind of thing should be honored, in my opinion. That's why the no mention thing exists. It's not just about no spoilers, it's not just... Because the distinction is very clear, and again, to use the example I did, it was his sled is a spoiler, clearly and decisively. However, saying, I don't know, it's a really good movie, analyzing the times and really going into depth about the way that society was at the time, blah, 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 and that kind of thing. That's more of a mention thing. That's partially my fault too, Samurai. Okay, so not... Yeah, I'm just gonna do this time. Yeah, what Takoida says is correct. It's the preconceptions idea. That's one of the reasons why nowadays I refer to walking into things as walking into it blind, literally knowing nothing. I have seen one trailer for Episode 7. That's it. All I have been exposed to for this movie. And that's all I want to be exposed to for this movie. My point is the distinction between the mentioning and the spoiler is, a spoiler is specifically saying, and here's the big twist being revealed for you. And in mentioning is, again, the preconceptions thing I just talked about.
Come on! Thunder!
Whoops, I did that wrong. It's one of the reasons why I usually give that warning in a lore run. It's like, yes, we're going to be talking about all the spoilers all the time, because I can't really discuss the game without spoiling it. It's basically impossible. Oh, bull crap. You've got like one health. Oh. Yeah, this is actually a really well-designed boss. I like this one. Even though it killed me once when I scratched my eye. Like I said, Liberated, I'm kind of more middle of the ground. I don't want to go one extreme for the crap idiots. I don't want to go to the other extreme either. I'm not sure yet, Fatsqueak.
The queen is gone, my service done. Adieu, O victorious one.
Wait, the queen is gone. Yeah, Takoida, sorry. That is actually more a plot thing than a gameplay thing. Yeah, tell me about it, please. It's another reason I push my stuff to YouTube, so that people who didn't want to watch the stream, but later then play the game, and then want to actually watch the stream can do so. It's kind of the Babylon 5 thing going on there. FF7 was spoiled for me, but on purpose. I did that on purpose. And it was because at the time I didn't own a PlayStation. So my only way to experience the game was to read all the things about it. Like I said, I didn't get to play FF7 until years after it came out, because I didn't own a PlayStation. No. Who is Lunara? Liberated.
Oh.
Well,
It's so sweet.
she's alive.
It's just like a miracle.
What's the time on it, Kids on Black Ops? Oh, I didn't actually know they added her. Okay. I'll have to go play that at some point on Liberated. I've been busy with the Lorerun. Unfortunately, yes, I have, Myron. I'm glad you like him, Nerozaz.
Ventus, why won't you wake up?
I suppose you could say my first playthrough of FF7 was blind, too, because I was like... It was just me reading it instead of playing it, but I was still like, oh, this is awesome. Hour and 8, wow.
You're awake? Ventus! Oh, it's a miracle! Terra! Master Ericus! Ventus is awake!
Well, if you do, OJ, I hope you like it. I hope that Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out on the PC so I can buy it too. I would really like to stream that when it comes out. Do you have to kiss all of their bald skulls? No, that was just Aqua remembering a similar circumstance, Nerozaz.
Every waking is a new journey. Maybe
Actually, that is the backup option, Liberated. If all those the games that I care about on the PS4 are not coming out on the PC, which is possible, then I will actually buy a PS4 as a work expense. I'd still rather avoid it because that is still me spending $400, or however much it is right now. But it's not like I'm unwilling to spend money on the show, as I've already talked about today. Kind of, Darsh Monster. We discussed how silly it is, Ericus's perspective on it, and my... Oh, I didn't actually get into that, do I? So, like I said, I think there's two types of Mark of Mastery. There's the one where you're like, hey, you are a master. Oh, excellent. You know, the Jedi thing all over again. And then there's someone who actually shows the mark of master. Actually, I guess I did think about that because we were discussing people we feel who actually are masters. Hey, look, Ventus freed her heart. Yay!
I think I'd better go take a look inside.
Yeah, if you see a heart flying out of a castle like that, that's probably something worth investigating. So it just occurred to me I'm going to be fighting a boss that has actually given me trouble. And I haven't been leveling at all this run, so this will be interesting. 300, 400, whatever. Point being, I don't know about you guys, but I am not so well off financially as to look at $300 and say, yeah, I could just sink that. That's a major expense. Especially something that is purely for work. I mean, I guess I would get some enjoyment out of it. You can do it, Django. Just, you really should just join Russia. Just saying. Be kind of cool. Mother Russia calls to you. I know, Simmer. I'm not like calling you out. I'm just saying. I'm one of those people who is, you know, I look at a few $100s and I think, oh, it's a lot of money.
There's no way Terra would hurt somebody like that.
You don't believe me? That's unfortunate, for he agreed so easily.
He did?
Probably Takoida.
Fen, don't be fooled!
Aqua!
Terra would never do that. You know that as well as I do.
Yeah.
Ah, the truth can be most cruel, even amongst the closest of friends. After all, one never knows the secrets of another's heart. I'm sure you'll agree, Ventus. Aqua.
That is weird, Errol, since there are unversed in this world. It's just Terra encounters them.
The Master sent me.
Huh?
Then, let's go home.
Oh, nice, liberated.
But Terra...
Employee discount
Terra's
for the win.
not ready to leave yet.
Sorry, Aqua. But... I can't go with you.
What?
It's just... I have to find him before it's too late.
Ven!
I see you too wield a Keyblade.
How do you know about the Keyblade?
A source of power. A key that opens the hearts of men, of entire worlds, and allows one to obtain anything and everything. Such a power I find most fascinating.
So, Terra... He really?
Aqua.
Yes. Now, my dear, would you like to assist me as well?
Never!
I see. Xehanort was right. You are a most stubborn girl.
Master Xehanort, how do you...
It seems you need time to consider my offer. Fortunately, I have the perfect place.
What?
I'm in the same situation, Prog. I actually sat down and looked at all the PS4 games that I want, and as of right now, there are none I want that I can't get otherwise. And,
Who are you?
yeah.
My name is Aqua. It looks like I was caught in a trap.
Yes, Darkrai.
Why are you here?
To prevent me from breaking her evil curse, I was to meet the most beautiful girl at a cottage in the glen.
She's blonde.
But now my true love lies in an eternal slumber, and only I can break the spell.
You must really love her.
Is what you said true?
Yes.
I have
Maleficent
zero
told me.
interest in Bloodborne.
Oh, Prince Philip, it's you! Now, Philip, the road to true love may be barred by many more dangers, which you alone will have to face.
I'm going with you. There's something I need to know, and Maleficent has the answer.
Yes, of course, dear. Now come along. We must hurry to Aurora.
Honestly, if anyone could, Darkmonster. I mean, are you surprised? Why does it not surprise me that BizKid is the one who currently has the record on that? I should probably save before I do this. Where am I out of my abilities? Not that I'm doing anything with them yet. I should probably get some potion action going on for this guy. Or girl, rather. No, I don't have any real interest in Uncharted 4 either, to be completely honest. I mean, it's not like, it's a bad game. I like the Uncharted series, but Uncharted 4 is not worth $300, if you follow my reasoning there. Darkrai, forgive me, but you don't have to justify something like that. Hey, Zira. Welcome back, Three Wishes. So what's the dislike for Birth by Sleep? Just out of curiosity. I mean, granted, speedrunner mentality, but... is it just too easy? I mean, considering you could skip, like, all of the cutscenes in this one. Granted, you can now in the previous ones, too, so I guess that's not a big concern. Whatever, Prog. It's money I don't feel like spending for one game that is Uncharted. Yeah, we're done with Ventus, Zero. No! Pig things! And vulture things! That's... not the most intimidating enemies I could think of, but, you know, whatever. No, Octavian. God, no. Also, PC. And PS3, for that matter. Morning, Deutsch. Sorry, Nerazaz, but that's never happening. I shouldn't say never. It is currently not happening. You know, I didn't even know about the balloon thing when I played Dream Drop Distance. I have never actually done a balloon thing in Dream Drop Distance. So I've never seen it functionally for myself. I'm kind of curious, like, why exactly balloon is so broken. Because, again, I've never actually done that. No, wrong way. I wouldn't call that perfectly Darkrai, but yes, I have heard of that. Sorry, Octavian. I'm laughing because, there are, like, 4 games on my forbidden list. Games I will never, look at or do a video on. And that happens to be one of them. That's all. Oh, absolutely, Zero. Aqua's amazing. That's ridiculous. Balloonga! Depression triggers, Thanatos. To summarize. I don't feel like going into an actual depressive episode just for a game. Sorry. I already had that problem with Witcher 2. Ah, damn it. Didn't mean to do that. I'll give you the forbidden list right now. Bindings of Isaac, Hatred, Last of Us, and anything that I otherwise find should be on the list. So I guess it's 3, not 4. But never mind. 3 games on the list. I suppose that in the interest of total honesty, there is, of course, a 4th type of game that's on the list, but that's what we call the duh factor. Come on. There we go. Oh, actually, it just occurred to me, Dead Space is on the list, too. Sorry, guys. Most horror games are no, but I hesitate to just say no horror games, you know. Because that's really not fair. Yeah, exactly, Darkrai. If you have to ask if, like, if you want me to do a rumination on a hentai game or whatever, then the answer is no. I shouldn't even have to it's explain that, you know? That shouldn't even be something that's in question. No. What is Bible Black, Chronicles? Yeah, exactly. System Shock is an excellent example of an exception to the horror thing. So is Half-Life 2. I don't know what Greedbud is, OJ, but I haven't dissed Bindings of Isaac at all. All I've said is... Or you talked to someone else. Anyways, point being, all I've said is it's on the forbidden list. It's apparently a hentai game. Got it. Not looking it up. Sounds really, really disinteresting. I don't remember where I'm supposed to do this. Congratulations, Kay. What was it? Where the hell is the spot? It should be like right around here. Oh, I have to kill some stuff. That's why. There we go. Sure, OJ, but I will not be looking at it. The very name inspires fear. The Tauhou Project? Probably not, because I'm pretty sure I couldn't actually beat those games. If those are what I'm thinking of. Bullet Hells, right? If memory serves. Two meters in length. Christ, okay, why? Yep, right. I would really rather not Darsh, because I actually really don't like the Persona games. So... Tauhou has a story, yes, it does. I'm even aware of it in a very, very vague sort of way. I couldn't possibly discuss it, I'm nowhere near that versed in it. Oh, also, one other thing that I have decided is not going to be something I'm ruminating on in the future is books. No, the Persona games didn't depress me at all. I just... They were coffee. They were very much not my thing. I just was like, okay. Is it pronounced Toho? I don't know. I am not the expert on pronunciations. Mako, excuse me. Actually, that is a very good question, kids on Black Ops. I was actually theorizing about that just the other day. We don't have a definitive answer, so I'll go ahead and start with that. All I have is theories. Two possibilities. One, Maleficent has the ability to unlock the hearts. Kind of flimsy, especially at this point in time, but it is possible that Xehanort taught her how to do that. And considering she has power over sleep, that's her shtick, as the type of fairy she is. That's at least, you know, something that could be reasonable. The other answer, and this is my personal answer, that was actually Xehanort temporarily taking control of him, not Maleficent. So, testing the waters, if you will. In fact, if you'll remember, there's actually a specific point where Braig, actually flat out says, "Oh God, I'm glad Terra didn't steal my heart." And Xehanort's response is, "Terra can't." And yet both of them are aware of the heart-stealing event that happened in this world, which also says something about how competent Braig is at keeping track of information. I mentioned that as well. So that's more fuel to the fire that it was actually Xehanort doing the string pulling in that particular scene. 'Let's see, how long is it going to be till I see Force Awakens? "33.5 hours until I see Force Awakens." Nah, I don't know why I'm fighting these. Yeah, that's why I think that one's more likely. Kids on Black Ops. I sure hope so, Nerazaz. Super Mario RPG is an awesome game that I highly recommend to anybody who has not played it. I mean that sincerely. Super Mario RPG is fantastic. If we get a proper remake of Super Mario RPG on, like, the 3DS or whatever, I am buying the crap out of that. I think we will be able to tell more definitively if they're going to do any Super Mario RPG stuff, if we see Super Mario RPG stuff in the Mario & Luigi that's coming out in February or January or whatever it is. The one that's coming out next year, basically. So. What do you mean, Myron? Oh, do you mean am I streaming as long? We're streaming until we finish Aqua today, Myron. Depending on how long that takes, we might be doing the optional stuff today and going and fighting
forest of thorns shall be your tomb.
The 4 bosses we'll be fighting. I actually have 100%ed Mario RPG. Kulix, or Kujix, or whatever his name is, was a fun fight. Well, not necessarily Final Cloud.
What did Master Xehanort tell you?
Such a pity, child, that you don't have Terra's gift for obedience. Nor can you see how easy it was for him.
Terra would never do anything to help you.
Quite the contrary. He fully embraced the darkness within himself.
Stop lying!
See for yourself all the powers of hell!
Still love this song. Let's not even look at that sort of thing, okay? I don't even want to know what the headline was. As we were just discussing, even a headline can ruin something. Anyways, the intention is to finish all the Aqua stuff today, including, you know, the conclusion of her story, the final episode, or whatever it's actually referred to as. Damn it. By the way, fun fact, poison has always been really, really useful for me. I'm not even sure why. But, for example, one of the times I was fighting Vanitas, not the dark, you know, the remnant, but the normal. Oh my god. Ah! Vanitas fight. Poison is what actually killed him. Okay. Alright, new strategy. never actually tried to get behind her before. That's a little silly that you can do that. I'm just hanging out back here. Go pop this potion now, see if that'll shut up. Wow, that is hilarious. I've never actually tried to get behind the dragon's back. Absolutely, Ziggy, and I will be streaming it the day it comes out, basically. Fine. Where is he? God damn it. Okay. I was trying to find idiot so I could do the reaction command, basically. Well, even if it was a terrible game, it would be kind of my job to look into it again, so... Where the hell is he? Oh, he's way back here. I wonder if I couldn't find him. Yeah, less health, too, is not bad. Oh, God! She realized she has wings! Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm kind of probably going to do the same thing I did with Dragon Age Inquisition, aka, is this worth picking up? Well, there you go, guys. I got up on the dragon's back. Just for you. Not that I'm aware of, Ziggy. Ah, damn it! I'd already queued it up. Ah, whatever. Just die. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts has a fascination with getting up on the backs of large creatures. I'm not sure why. See you around, Darkrai.
No!
Aqua, seriously? After all that? He's just a guy with a shield and a sword.
Now sword of truth fly swift and sure, that evil die and good endure.
I know, right, Final Cloud? Get up on the Hydra's throat.
It's the power of true love that defeated you.
Oh, shush.
I will not be defeated by something as insignificant as love.
You don't even know the first thing about it. You're too clouded by darkness to see that there's something greater.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure the Keyblade Master, the sword empowered by the other fairies, and the combat prowess of magic defeated her, not the power of love. Maybe that's just me. What do you think, guys?
Try all you want, but you'll never defeat a heart filled with light.
Perhaps. But remember one thing. As long as there is light, there will be darkness. And in time, many more will be drawn to it. Then they will all belong to me!
There'll be this Vizier, and he'll be awesome, and there'll be Hades, and a bag full of bugs for some reason, and
Terra.
And an octopus woman?
Stay strong for me.
Now, they met once, Samurai. I'm kidding, they met like 3 times. Oh, and Pete! Yeah, for some reason Pete will be there too, it'll be great!
Terra, where's he going?
Whoa there. His name is actually Prince Philip. That's all I know on that. Hey, we're already in a Radiant God. Yeah, you'll have a badass castle, and then you lose it. Then you'll have a really crappy castle, and you lose that one. And then you'll try to take another castle, and you lose that one too. And well, basically, you will have lost all your castles. Sorry. Well, they said Philip in this game, so... yes, I'd say yes, Dakota. First name, Prince. Let's not go there. Only if I cheated, OJ. And even then, I still have to do the optionals with the non-cheat save I already got set up for that. Thank you again, Samurai, for that.
I'm terribly sorry to bother you, sir.
Oh, what a well-mannered lass you are.
I just feel like pointing out again how polite and respectful she is to basically everyone she meets.
I'd be pleased as punch to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for a boy who's not from around here. Have you seen him?
I think I know just who you're talking about. He scampered off toward yon castle in a right hurry.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
No, back to figuring out a trans-dimensional hub.
I hope you're still there.
I have a pet theory that doesn't matter too much, but I think one of the reasons why Sid and... well, just Sid, really, because he's the only one who was alive that long, knows so much about other worlds is because of his interactions with Scrooge there. Of course, I also have the theory that Sid was one of the top mechanists, researchers, etc. of Ansem the Wise. Yeah, honestly, the actual story components of Birth by Sleep are really short. There's a reason the speedrun records are in the sub-2-hour range. I mean, yeah. That's because she has another trait that I like about her, Kay. Humility. Ah. You joke, Takoida, but the setting builder, the world builder in me thinks about the potential of, like, cross-cultural and business things and trade and new different types of foods and ideas that could all happen if all the Disney worlds could interact with each other. Do I even have Magnet right now? I've been skipping a few chests. Hang on, let me go see what I got here. That's not what I want. That would have been pretty cool, so. Good morning, Galtori. How's the new car? Damn it! Got my hopes up for a millisecond. Alright. Well, I've got a little money to burn. Let me finish killing the mandrakes here. Exactly, Thanatos. Damn it, no! Ah, wrong way! Ah, wrong way again! Ah, these are irrelevant. I don't care about these. Die! Level 8. I'm actually higher level than I thought. Basically, imagine all of... Spellweaver is the merger of magic and martial. The ability to literally attack with magic. It also powers up your spells a lot. So that's the lore and gameplay perspective, respectively, there. Oh crap, oh crap. Ah! My favorite finisher? That's a tough one, because there's quite a few I like a lot. I really am fond of the 6 blade Keyblades of Doom that Ventus gets. But I also really like Aqua's ultimate unique finisher, whose name I can't remember right now. Alright, so Magnet, huh? Sure. Oh, what time is it? This is a little early. I got here faster than I thought I would. Ugh. Actually, Celestial, Ansem tells her his name and the fact that he wields a Keyblade, but nothing else. Is it Magic Hour? Right. Let's go ahead and get some Magnet, just for fun. If this is a speedrun, my time is terrible. Although I am seeing cutscenes, so I guess that makes sense. Or wait. Right. See, okay, so on Ventus, I use Castle of Dreams as my hub. On Terra, I use Enchanted Dominion. On Aqua, I use this place. It's my go-to place for Moogles and for grinding. Early game. Which I'll be doing in just a few minutes, but first we're going to try out this Magnet fun. And we're about to meet Kairi. Spoiler. Okay, what's my money stock? Yeah, it's not great. Well, I've got those. I'm going to need this anyways, for as soon as I get my first, yeah, sure. Well, considering she's one of the people empowering him, Deutsch. We need to get that leveled. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry for the spoiler that we're about to see Kairi. That's my bad. Why do I already have an Aurora? Oh, because the Mandrake dropped one. Right. So, no level with no abilities. This will be fun. Normally, I stop right here. This is my preferred grind point in the Birth by Sleeps. Like, on all 3 of them. You guys have already seen me do this. But just for you, I'm going to go ahead and make at least one attempt on the reverse guard armor wannabe. And fail. And then we'll go ahead and, if I succeed, go after Vanitas. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that Aqua would be intelligent enough to recognize why Sora is so powerful. She'd be like, well, you have no skill, no training, no nothing, and your heart's pretty weak. But you are connected to, like, everyone. Including me, for some reason. Why is my heart connected to yours? I don't even know you.
No! Run!
Do not run to a wall. Walls are not safe places. Do not run to me. So that's when she touches the Keyblade. And these two... That's not the only moment these two connect, but that is the moment she physically touches the Keyblade. I can't do an escort mission. Unless Mickey's here.
Hurry! You gotta get that girl to someplace that's safe.
Who are you? Why do you have a Keyblade?
I'll tell you later. Right now, we gotta stop these things.
Come here, Kairi. By the way, I'd just like to say, for all the people who theorize that Aqua and Kairi are the same person. Yes, that's a real theory.
All right?
I've actually heard it more often than you'd think.
Let's get him.
Right.
And I've postulated some crazy theories about this series, a couple of which have been true, but... Really? Yes, Celestial. Remember, Kairi is one of the unique hearts, the ones that have no darkness in them at all. So it would probably be pretty easy for anyone who can sense hearts in any manner, that Kairi has one of those odd hearts. I don't know, Thanatos. Things I don't like in the Kingdom Hearts series. Enemies that go into the ground for periods of time. Oh my god. Stop that. Stay there. Actually, Deutsch, I could see that. In fact, I could see that being a really heart-rending scene if done properly. Get... Ah!
Let's team up.
Damn it, he's like right out of range. Whatever. No! I lost my chance. I'm so weak right now. Yeah, she doesn't think Ventus is dead, but seeing Sora, she might initially think, oh my god, he's woken up, you know. He's restored his heart or whatever. Hi. As we all know, and this is so true, birds are the most evil thing in all of video games. Seriously. It's so true in so many games! All these things do is waste your time. They don't hurt. They're not hard. They're just up there like, yep, hi. Yep, what's up? God.
Thank you. My name is Aqua. I train under Master Ericus.
And I'm Mickey.
Yeah, Duck Hunt started it. That is so true.
I came back to him for some more training.
I sense light within this girl. You think that's why they attacked her?
Not that I'm aware, Celestial.
Yep. I think you might be absolutely right. If you ask me, she must be somebody pretty extraordinary.
Yes.
I like how they're talking about it
quite
right there in
certain
front of
she's
her.
Someone we're supposed to protect.
Let's join forces. Oh no, not now.
No, Mickey! Yeah, whatever.
See you real soon.
Again, you can tell he still has no control over the thing. Not only because it goes off without his wanting him to, but because of the arc it takes.
Are these for me?
I picked you some flowers. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, they're lovely. You're so sweet.
My name's Kyrie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Aqua. Kyrie, about that light.
Kyrie!
Oh, Grandma!
Wait, Kyrie, just a minute. I just cast a magic spell on you.
That sentence sounds horrible. I just want to say that.
One day, when you're in trouble, the light within you will lead you to the light of another. Someone to keep you safe.
Thanks!
Well, Xemnas does look older, Samurai. If you compare them side by side.
It's time to go.
Okay. Oh. Bye!
Also, I love Aqua's gloves. So, this irritates me just a little bit. She literally just apes the story from Kingdom Hearts 1, word for word, actually. And I get the significance of the Keyblade War to this game. I get that, but... Really?
Peace, bathed in the warmth of light. Everyone loved the light.
So much that they formed these unions.
Then, people began to fight over it.
Because they were in separate
They
unions.
wanted to keep it for themselves. And darkness was born in their hearts.
And from the book.
The darkness spread, swallowing the light in many people's hearts. It covered everything, and the world disappeared.
Except for Winnie the Pooh.
But small fragments of light survived.
Like Winnie the
In the
Pooh.
hearts of children.
But not Christopher Robin, because screw that guy!
With light, children rebuilt the lost world. It's the world we live in now. But the true light sleeps, deep within the darkness. That's why the worlds are still scattered, divided from each other. But someday, a door to the innermost darkness will open, and the true light will return.
She's a Kingdom Hearts character, Earl, just like
So
Kyrie
listen,
herself
child.
is.
Even in the deepest darkness, there will always be a light to guide you. Believe in the light, and the darkness will never defeat you. Your heart will shine with its power and push the darkness away.
I also like how they've managed to walk like 10 feet during this entire story. They've got to be like really slowly
Something tells me
meandering.
I didn't run into her by accident.
So, a friend of mine has a theory about Aqua. As I mentioned before, her voice actress every now and again is just wrong. And I think that basically is down to the voice director. Because as we know, the voice director of Birth by Sleep is
On
bad.
first, it never ends.
We have this theory. Aqua, the reason Aqua is, it has the bad voice acting is they were worried that she would be too likable otherwise of a character. So they needed to add something to make her less, less good of a character. So they're like, every now and again, just say this line wrong. And that helps balance it out a bit. Yeah, there aren't many in the first game, Earl. As you just highlighted. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I want you to do this. I don't think I can make that jump anyways. Yeah, I don't care. Alright, time to die. As promised.
over there.
I love how it just smashed the door open for her. I mean, we have a Keyblade, so it shouldn't have been an issue anyways, but we're not even going to get into that. That's not what I want to do, but sure, we'll run with that. I'm telling you, the voice director for Birth by Sleep just did not know what he was doing. Or she, or whatever. So yeah, same cutscene it always is. Well, yeah, to quit. I just think it's funny. Go this way. Alright. It's better than swim this way. Why haven't you guys upgraded your Keyblades yet? Oh, well. Finished before he did this. The only thing I don't like about Spellweaver is each attack animation is so long. Yeah, but that happens. Right there. I don't have a heal. Of course I don't have a heal. Who needs heals, am I right, guys? Ah, damn it. Let's try that again. Yeah, it's the scene at the end, which is the one I almost always skip, because, yeah. The scene at the beginning and the scene right here. Those are the only actually repeated scenes. Most of the other scenes at least have something different to them. Crap, I do have Firestorm. I don't actually like Firestorm. It's probably my least favorite thing. It's not something I enjoy. Yes, you do, Thanatos. Thank God. Otherwise, this would get even worse by leaps and bounds. We're here to examine these people for the mark of mastery. Ah, damn it. Yeah, you're fully invincible when you're cartwheeling. If those of you know where iframes refers to invincibility frames, aka portions during the attack or dodge where you cannot be harmed. I actually use a few attacks specifically to generate invincibility frames in a few other games. And of course, dodging. Well, I could just pause and go start grinding and bounding crystals, but I figured I'd give it one more serious shot. Damn it. Damn it. Ah! There we Don't mind me. I think I will go and do that. But first, I'm going to go to the freaking bathroom. So, for those of you watching on YouTube, we'll catch you in a few hours. Or in a few minutes. For everyone else, I'll be right back.